So let's get ahead here and start looking at the menu bar in top up here, and this has something to do with navigation in FileMaker. This menu bar up here, as we can see here, is the default menu bar. That is normally the menu bar that will be used by administrators and developers because it has everything. When it comes to this solution, that is the client management business solution, that could be limited up here, and I'll go through how that will look like. But it is a part of the navigation, as we can see here in this solution. Here we have the main menu, and if we click here we have the setup menu. If we go into a card, here we have navigation here in the top where we can go into records, management and navigation. But what is also important is that we look at the menu bar up here. This is the default. So you can see here it says FileMaker Pro Advanced, File, Edit, View, Insert, Format, Records, Script, and so on. And as I said, this menu bar up here is the one that administrators and developer uses. Let's go in and take a look at the menu bar that is coming with this solution, specific solution here, when we are talking about client management business solution. Okay, so now I set it up so that here in FileMaker, in this solution called client management business solution, that as we know, and I don't want to beat the same horse over and over again, but we can see here that this is the main menu where we have navigation buttons bringing us to the different part of the solution. Here we have the setup where we can again use the menu buttons to jump to different cards or menus. As I said, up here we have the menu bar up here, and let's take a look at that, because now I logged in a specific user in this solution, and up here we can see this one didn't change. It's still FileMaker Pro Advanced, because up here I can go into preferences and set up my program in regards to, like here, the interface in regards to drop text selections, how many current open files can I have in my history, and so on. But what is unique is the next one. This is the daily travel. This one here is really our navigation menus downstairs, because we can see here we can go to the setup menu by just going up here to our menu bar, press setup menu, and here we are. I could go up here again and say, okay, I want to go to the main menu. Here we are. Or I could go into the client card. Here we are. So we can use this menu bar up here as a navigation also. The next one is edits. There is a dictionary built into FileMaker, but we can add our own words, because FileMaker will go in and make us aware if there's a word FileMaker thinks we are spelling incorrectly. But we can add these words to our dictionary so we don't get called out on these mistakes. The next one is called PID. That's where we import files to specific fields that is dedicated to go in and take files like Excel files, Word documents, picture files, any files, PDF files, and so on. I can illustrate it here by, again, going down here is the client card. If I go down under the tab called Personal, in here I have something called Photos or Files. Let's say that I stay here in Files. This is empty. So now I want to import an Excel file. I just highlight that field here. I can then go up here and say I want to import a file. It gives me the Finder because I'm in a Mac solution, but it could be the Explorer, Windows Explorer. And here you can see I have some Excel files, and one of them is called Taxes 11217. If I click on that and go down here and say Insert, you will see now that it will be imported into that specific field on that specific record. If I wanted to say, oh, but this is not the file I want, I can just again keep the field highlighted, go up in the top up here, and I can just clear it out. That's it. If I have imported a file, let's say I do it again, go up here, PID file, I import an Excel file like here, and now I have this here, and we see everything in one, how can I say, stream of instructions. But let's say I go into this specific client and I want his file exported. Remember, I have mentioned it before, we can't just open the file in these fields. We have to export it to our desktop or directory, a dedicated directory, and then we can open it from there. But here I could just highlight this one and then go up to PID again and say export field content. I go in and then I specify where I want it, and then I export it, and then I can open it. And I can go down here and say automatically and then open the file that is in this field here that is dedicated for files, or like here, pictures or images. Okay, let's go up here again. Then I have email. If this client has an email address, and in this case here I don't think there is one, but let's go in and take a look. General. Over here I have the home address, the work address, and the CTI. The CTI is meant for communication files, and here I only have a phone number. But I could add, let's say, an email address just by go down here and say, okay, I click here, and here now I can add an email address. So I'll just say email address at, let's say, just gmail.com. And remember, here's the @ sign. If you don't put the @ sign in, here is not a valid email address. Then I just click here somewhere on this card, and now you can see the email address is here. So if I press here, or I could have pressed up here, but if I press here where get this envelope and I press, you will see here that's already filled out for me. Now I just have to fill out the rest. So I can literally send an email directly from FileMaker. So I'll just remove this. So let me remove this here also as long. So just go in and say delete. The field will continue staying here because now I have added it. Because remember, in here when we go up to contacts and I go up to CTI, we can see in here I can add as many contact information like cell phone numbers, home numbers, work numbers, home email addresses, beeper numbers. If anybody out there used beepers today, I could go in and add other, for instance, Skype contact information and so on. I could do so. But here, if I want to delete this one, I just highlight this, and then when I'm in here, before I can delete this one, I have to go into information, go in and lift the block from this one, and then I can click here. Do you want to delete this one? Yes. Say delete. It was successful deleted, and then go back again using up here, go back to the clients up here and go in here, and you will see that it's removed now. But there's a lot of steps going into just deleting people's contact information. Some people say, oh, but that's inconvenient because I want so that if I don't want them, I just delete them. Yeah, but I also have experience when that is the case. Sometimes people say, but I had his phone number, where is it? And somebody by a mistake went in and edited the card and deleted contact information, either the address or phone numbers, email addresses, and so on. Okay, up to the top again, tools. Tools is mostly meant for the developer and the administrator, so that you can go in if there is any issues in regards to bugs in the program. We can go up and start the debugger and go in and look at the data viewer, and we can then see where things are going wrong. In regards to the database, is that if you have multiple solutions, you can go up here, open it remotely, go up here and say open. And in this case here, I have a server. We have gone through this in regards to a client solution where client FileMaker can host a solution and have up to 5 people coming in and open these solutions. So you can do that from the menu bar up here. Then in regards to the product, there is documentation, user guide, more documentation, advanced feature guide, and so on. The general about FileMaker, not this specific solution, but FileMaker in general. We have the help feature up here. But that was the menu bar up here, and it's important that we are familiar with it, because sometimes we could strand someplace where we need to go to the next place and there is no navigation button. So then go up here to the menu bar up here, and then we go in and we can go anywhere we want in regards to the main components of this solution, where we can see here we could go into the address card, and here we are. Okay, that was the menu bar.